Here's another blues song. I just step on stupid fast. It seems every time I come to Europe, often, and every time I do, I have so many pockets. I can't find anything. This is called Ain't Leaving Your Love, Babe. I even bought a new watch. Has no numbers on it. I got no idea of what. Now there was a good idea. Hey, I want that one with no numbers on it. This is called Ain't Leaving Your Love, Babe. Mr. Gator, he's a sliding down the bow. Mr. Buzzard, he's a gliding through the air. Mr. Turtle, he's a hitting the highway. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving your love, babe. Ain't leaving your love, babe. Not for heaven above, babe. I ain't leaving your love. Rich man got him an airplane, cruising through the traffic jam. Poor man got him a Chevrolet. I'm staying right where I am. I ain't leaving your love, babe. Ain't leaving your love, babe. Not for heaven above, babe. I ain't leaving your love. Ain't leaving your love. He was a mountain man. Cleopatra did her dancing down the Nile. Lucky Linda made it over the Cape Pierre. I'm staying right here while I ain't leaving your love. Ain't leaving your love, babe. Up for heaven above, babe. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love, babe. Up for heaven above, babe. I ain't leaving your love. Mr. Gator, he's sliding down a bow. Mr. Buzzard, he's a gliding through the air. Mr. Turtle, he's hitting the highway. But I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving your love, babe. I ain't leaving your love. Up for heaven above. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love, babe. Up for heaven above, babe. I ain't leaving your love. Here's a song. That's a genuine lullaby for my daughter. I have a daughter named Belle. She's almost 5. And I have a son named Will, who's almost 14. And I have a son named JT, who's 27. And I would say, I don't get laid much, but when I do, it works. But this is called Katie Belle. And it's a genuine, I wrote it to help her sleep. There's no deeper blue in the ocean that lies as deep as the blue of your laughing eyes. No sweeter sound than your gentle sigh. No heart was ever so pure. So dream pretty dreams, touch beautiful things. Let all the skies surround you. Swim with the swans and believe that upon some glorious dawn, love will find you. Someday I'm bound to wait, wind and wings on the water. Whatever may, you must stay and remain my beautiful daughter. There's no deeper blue in the ocean that lies deep as the blue of your laughing eyes. No sweeter sound than your gentle sigh. Good night, Katie Belle. Good night. Here's one that's about 180 degrees from that one. This is more about me. Well, if I had a dollar bill, yes, I believe I surely will. Go to town and drink my fill early in the morning. Little darling, she's a red-haired thing, and she makes my legs to sing. Gonna buy her a diamond ring early in the morning. Well, mother was a golden girl. I slit her throat just to get her pearls. Cast myself into a world before a bunch of swine. Long way down a Harlem road, busted back in a heavy load. Won't get through to save my soul early in the morning. Always been a gambling man. I can roll them bones with either hand. 7 is the promised land, early in the morning. Whiskey be my dying bed. Tell me where to lay my head. Not with me is all she said, early in the morning. Well, if I had a dollar bill, yes, I believe I surely will. Oh, go to town and drink my fill early in the morning. Here's a Hank Williams song. Let's see if I can remember. Well, I'm a rolling. I'm a rolling stone, all alone and lost, for a life of sin. I paid the cost. Now when I pass by, all the people say, there goes another guy in a lost highway. Just a deck of cards and a jug of wine, and a woman's lights make a life like mine. The day we met, I went astray, started rolling down that lost highway. Now boys, don't start, you're rolling around down this life of sin, or your sorrow bound. Take my advice, or you'll curse the day you started rolling down this lost highway. I was just a lad nearly 22. Neither good nor bad, just a kid like you. Now I'm lost, it's too late to pray. I paid the cost on a lost highway. Just a rolling stone, all alone and lost, for a life of sin. I paid the cost. I'm alone, it's too late to pray. I paid the cost on the lost highway. Paid the cost on a lost highway. Thank you, but it's quite. He had so many songs that, and I grew up listening a lot to Hank Williams. And the strange thing about him was that he could be so funny, certain songs so funny, and certain songs just like dismal, and he could do both. And you know, I've tried, but my funny songs sound dismal. But speaking of which, here comes one that's called It's Spoken. I'm fixing to make a new record when I get back to States, and this, I'm going grunge. But this is going to be fun, and it's spoken, and it's going to be maybe a oboe or a violin in the background, something like that. But this is my recital portion of the show. Well, the folks, they just can't take no more. They throw you in the back seat and slam the door. It's down along the road you go. You got no time to lose. Gigantic one-way gate ahead. You're thinking, man, I'd as soon be dead. But they decide to give you life instead. The Sanitarium blues. Big old nurse in the middle of the night slaps you on a table, straps you down real tight, hoses you down to make sure you're clean, wraps you up in hospital green, shoots you full of Thorazine. If you know exactly what I mean, the Sanitarium blues. It'll be over for long. Could be TB, could be a tumor. You're hanging around the doctors, listening to the rumors. Can't see no friends, hear the hum of the wheels. I'll tell you just how it feels, like the Sanitarium blues. Then, upon some sunlit day, they decided there's no reason for you to stay. They're pretty sure you can't be cured. So they send you on your merry way. You're out on the pavement, hanging around. Ain't no buddies to be found. You're just trying to stay above the ground and thinking, what's the use? The Sanitarium blues. Is that for a happy little ditty? I heard her sing in tongues of silver, heard her cry in a summer storm. I loved her, but she did not know it. I don't think about her anymore. Well, now she's gone and I can't believe it. I don't sing about her anymore. If 3 and 4 were 7 only, where would that leave 1 and 2? If love can be and still be lonely, where does that leave me and you? Time there was and time there will be, where does that leave me and you? Well, if I had a buckskin stallion, I'd tame him down and ride away. If I had a flying schooner, I'd sail into the light of day. If I had your love forever, sail into the light of day. Pretty times in pretty places, places that I've never seen. Pretty songs and pretty faces, tell me what the laughter means. Some look like they'll cry forever, tell me what their laughter means. If I had a buckskin stallion, I'd tame him down and ride away. If I had a golden galleon, I'd sail into the light of day. If I had your love forever, sail into the light of day. Well, the clouds didn't look like cotton. They didn't even look like clouds. I was underneath the weather. My friends looked like a crowd. The swimming hole was full of rum and I tried to find out why. All I learned was this, my friend, you gotta swim before you fly. I got 2 girls, one's in heaven, one's below. one I love with all of my heart, one I do not know. Oh, two ugly dudes on an ugly horse was by not long ago. They asked me where the action was, and I said that I did not know. But they disappeared into the brush. I heard the driver say, he's a little slow between the ears. He's always been that way. Well, I got two girls. One's in heaven, one's below. One I love with all of my heart, one I do not know. Jolly Jane just lays around and listens with her mouth. She's had about a dozen husbands, but the last one just pulled out. Who's gonna bring her dinner? Little weary years ahead. All she get from me is sympathy. Ain't got time to see she's fed. I got two girls. One's in heaven, one's below. One I love with all of my heart, one I do not know. Cold down on the Bible, they say it's in your mind. When the moccasins are treading ice and leaving strange designs. The Cajuns say the last time that this happened, they weren't here. Beaumont's full of penguins, and I'm not playing it by ear. I got two girls. One's in heaven, one's below. One I love with all of my heart, one I do not know. Thanks.
Marie.
I don't know Louise. I know John Brown, but don't know Louise. It's a good song. Well, here's a song that you don't hear very often, and you're fixing to see why. I may be a lonely schizophrenic, but at least I have each other. Sorry. Well, I saw three shrimp. This is barely work playing guitar. I saw three shrimp in the water. Two were old and gray. I swam a little bit closer, and I heard the third one say, "Goodbye, Mommy Shrimp. Papa, shake my hand. Here comes a shrimp boat for to take me Louisiana." not supposed to be this serious. By a long shot. He showed his mama and papa a shrimp newspaper he'd read with an advertisement which to all the young shrimps said, free ride to New Orleans, stay in Grand Hotel. Meet Creole gal to help you to come out of your shell. Well, now his poor mama and papa, they ain't heard from him yet. Last time they saw his smiling face was when he jumped into the net. Goodbye, mommy shrimp. Papa, shake my hand. Here comes a shrimp boat for to take me to Louisiana. Here comes a shrimp boat for to take me to Louisiana. That's from a Elvis movie. Girls, girls, girls. I heard it, and I woke up one morning and I was singing it, and I thought, man, did I write that ridiculous song in my sleep? Right? I was thinking, Jesus, I ain't gonna sleep no more. And a guy told me that it was from the Elvis movie. And it just so happened that they had an Elvis marathon going on. And I figured, well, it's got to be in King Creole, shrimp song. And I stayed up late and I watched King Creole and it wasn't in there. The next night, and by then I was thinking, man, I bet I wrote the Gobbler in my sleep. And the next night I stayed awake and watched Girls, Girls, Girls. And there it was. And Elvis sings it with a couple of big guys playing on 55-gallon oil cans. Mommy shrimp. Sailing off from there. We're going to play another blues song here. This is by Lennon Hopkins. I guess I play automobile blues. I seen you driving around, leaving a brand new automobile. I seen you driving around, leaving a brand new automobile. You're looking happy, darling, with your handsome driver at the wheel. Come on and get me. I just want to have some fun. Come on. on and get me. I just want to have some fun. Oh, baby, I just want to see will that new car run. I just want to drive. You can ride a while. You just let me drive. Babe, you can ride a while. You know that brand new automobile? It ain't as pretty as your smile. I see you driving right now. Oh, darling, in your brand new automobile. I see you driving around in your brand new automobile. You're looking happy, darling, with a handsome driver to be. Yeah, like was quite crude. This song is called Snowin on Raton. Raton is a mountain pass right on the border of New Mexico and Colorado. And I've been over about 100 times. Let me say first that Amarillo is a town in North Texas where the wind blows 60 miles an hour all the time, day or night, all the time. It's a little geography lesson in that. Hippies look great there because they walk down the street and their hair's sticking straight out that way, or that way, there's that. And the Gunnison is a river that starts up in Colorado and turns into the big Colorado River. So, and you'll be quizzed. Anytime a teacher told me that I would be quizzed afterwards, I was gone. Quiz whoever you want. It's going to be me. But this is called Snowin on Raton. When the wind don't blow in Amarillo and the moon along the Gunnison don't rise, shall I cast my dreams upon your love, babe? Lie beneath the laughter of your eyes, all snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Oh, mother thinks the road is long and lonely. Little brother thinks the road is straight and fine. Well, darling thinks the road is soft and lovely. I'm thankful that old road's a friend of mine. The snow in on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Bid the years goodbye, I cannot still them. You cannot turn the circles of the sun. You cannot canter miles until you feel it. You cannot hold a lover that is gone. Snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Tomorrow the mountains will be sleeping, silent neath a blanket green and blue. Oh, but I shall hear the silence they are keeping, and bring all their promises to you. The snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Snowing on Raton. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Come morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Tell this story play 2 more songs. Been a real pleasure. It's a nice place, nice sound and everything. It's impossible to find, but we found it, so I guess. This guy goes in to a bar, and he's all well dressed and, suit and tie, everything like that. He goes in, and the bartender comes over to him. He says, I would like 3 shots of gin, please. And the bartender's went, okay. And the guy sits there for about an hour and a half or so. He drinks these 3 shots of gin. And he gets up and pays and he leaves. He comes back after about 2 weeks. And the bartender comes down. He says, 3 shots of gin, please. And the bartender said, oh yeah, that's right. 3 shots of gin, yeah, I remember. And the guy drinks them. And he gets up to leave. And the bartender says, you've been in here before, and you had 3 shots of gin. He says, I'm just kidding, we've spoken, He says, why do you get 3 shots of gin at once instead of, 1 shot of gin 3 times? And the guy says, well, I have a older brother in Oslo, and I've got a younger brother in Dublin. And he says, none of us drink very much, but whenever we do, we have one for one another. It's like the first one is for my brother in Oslo, and I have one for myself, and then one for my younger brother in Dublin. And the bartender says, well, that's just the nicest family thing I've ever heard. And so the guy leaves, and he comes back. It's about, 2.5 weeks or so. And the bartender by now knows him. So he grabs 3 shot glasses and a jug of gin and heads down to the bar. And the guy says, 2 shots of gin. And the bartender says, oh no. And the guy sits there, drinks these 2 shots of gin, and he gets up to leave, and the bartender says, no, I don't mean to intrude or to pry into your personal life. He said, I sure hope nothing happened to one of your brothers. The guy says, no, they're fine. I quit drinking. Let me tell one more. This is kind of funny. And I always try not to talk until toward the end of the show. I'm supposed to be playing, but Let me tell this one and play one more song. This guy is out chopping wood in Ireland, and he catches a leprechaun. And this leprechaun is just a screeching little vicious little trying to bite him and everything else. He goes, right, I get 3 wishes, right? Leprechaun, and he says, I want a pint of Guinness that will never run out. Boom, in this hand there's a pint of Guinness. And the guy takes a big shot, looks back, and it's still full. So takes another drink, looks back, and it's still full. And he's like, well, hurry up! I got things to do. Whatever leprechauns do. The guy turns around and drains this whole pint of Guinness. He looks back, and it's still full. And the leprechaun's, pissed off. He says, you got 2 more wishes. What are they? He says, I want 2 more of these. Well, they go play. I like you too. I went to a doctor a couple of days ago, and I said, Doctor, nobody will talk to me. He says, next. At least that one's short. Here's one more, and then I play one more song. Try to make it down the stairs. But this guy goes into a doctor and he talks to the nurse. And the nurse goes into the doctor and says, Doctor, we have a guy out here who thinks he's invisible. And the doctor says, well, tell him I can't see him right now. Sorry, I just can't do it. The guy one time asked me if I wanted to be a stand-up comedian and do a tour. And I said, well, in the first place, I'm not that funny, And in the second place, half the time, I can't stand up. Thanks, everybody. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. This is called Colorado Girl. I'm headed out to Denver. See if I can't find headed out to Denver. See if I can't find that love in Colorado girl of mine. Well, the promise in her smile, the shames of mountains tall. Oh, the promise in her smile, the shames the mountains tall. She can bring the sun to shine, tell the rain to fall. Been a long time, darling, since I heard you call my name. Been a long time, darling, since I heard you call my name. I gotta see my Colorado girl again. Be there tomorrow. Oh, baby, don't you cry. Be there tomorrow. Oh, baby, don't you cry. Gonna tell these lonesome Texas blues goodbye. I'm headed out to Denver, see if I can't find I'm headed out to Denver, see if I can't find that loving Colorado girl of mine. Oh, that loving Colorado girl of mine. Do a couple more. This is a real special song for me because it's the first song I ever learned on the guitar. Because I asked as a kid, I saw Elvis Presley on the TV and figured he had half the money in America, and almost all of the girls in 2 or 3 Cadillacs. So I figured there might be something to bring the guitar. And I asked my dad, I was like this big, and I asked, do you think Santa Claus, good old Saint Nick, would bring me a guitar for Christmas? And he knew that I knew there was no Santa Claus. And I knew that he knew that I knew. And now I've decided that I'm not so sure anymore. I think there might be one. And I don't think he dresses in red all the time, unless he, lives in San Francisco. I'm just talking. He said, I think Saint Nick will bring you a guitar if you promise to learn this song. And Saint Nick did, and I did. I learned this song, Fraulein. And now, after all this time, my girl is from Darmstadt, but works in Bonn, and he has an apartment right on the banks of the old river Rhine. Funny how that works out, I guess. We can all sing this together, by the way. I'm not too much of a for sing-alongs, but this is an easy one. Well, far across the deep blue water lives an old German's daughter. On the banks of the old river Rhine, there I loved her and left her. I can't forget her. She is my pretty Fraulein. Fraulein, Fraulein. Walk down by the river tonight when those stars start to shine. By those same stars above you, swear that I love you. You are my pretty Fraulein. In a moment of glory, her face comes before me. When my memory wanders far away, all I can think of is all of her love. She is my pretty Fraulein. Fraulein, Fraulein. Walk down by the river, pretend that your hand is holding mine. By those same stars above you, I swear that I love you. You are my pretty Fraulein. Oh, you are my pretty Fraulein. So, try this one. Man, this feels like broke. Living on the road, my friend, was gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron. Your breath's as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but a favorite one it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye and sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit boss. His horse was fast as polished steel. Wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, on the deserts down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying words. That's the way it goes. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him hang around out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he can't play the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Ain't nobody knows. And all the federales said they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Pancho fell, left his living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, so the story ends we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, that's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He just did what he had to do. Now he's growing old. A few great federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong out of kindness, I suppose. A few great federales say they could have had him any day. Don't let them go so wrong. Out of kindness, I suppose.